I'm here with Mari Santos, a fellow Brazilian.
Yes.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for the inviting.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're surpassing borders, and part of that process of creating this podcast is we invite fellow immigrants or fellow expats to give an account of what really transpired in their journey to get from A to B. So glad to have you here, Maris.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. But tell us, started in Brazil? Did your entrepreneur, aspirations started when you were in Brazil, or did you actually change your career by the time you got to Dubai? And how did you get to Dubai?
I changed my career when I came in here. So basically, I was very independent since I was very small. I was always finding ways to make some money because I wanted things on my own. But I was always very into beauty, but not only for myself, but to help others. I would gather my neighbors and try to fix them and do things for them. It was always on me, you know. And in Brazil, I was working in real estate in São Paulo. I'm from São Paulo. And I'm very into sales, but into beauty at the same time. So when I came here in 2013, I was still working in real estate with the same company in Brazil. And 2016, I started transition of career. I was like, I don't want to work for anyone else. I want to do something on my own. I want to have a purpose. I want to do something bigger.
And you were already here in Dubai.
I was already here.
So
I was already living
did
here.
you find that process of, going from working for someone else and actually becoming an entrepreneur, and as a woman in the Middle East, a foreigner no less, a non-Arab woman in the Middle East, breaking all the barriers possible of misconceptions and misguided notions of the Middle East? How was that process for you in terms of that transition from working from others and becoming an entrepreneur?
100% was a very big challenge. Not only because I had to find myself, find my own purpose, find what's my passion, but also to deal culturally with the differences, with all the nationalities, the rules. There are rules to be followed. There are ways to do things in here that's different in Brazil. In Brazil, there's always the easy way. In here, it's not like that. That's not how it works. So you really have to put into work and make things happen in a way where you have to just to follow it step by step. And about the misconceptions, unfortunately, people will always think there's always someone behind your success. It's like that you cannot do by yourself, you know. And most of the times, it comes from a woman. But I'm here today to show to everyone that it's possible. If I made, anyone can do it.
Everybody can do it,
exactly.
Right? And I personally come from a school of thought that there is no self-made person. I think we work in a collective, right? Because in my point of view is pretty much that you can have the idea, you can have the audacity and make the thing come true, but is how you create that team around you to propel your idea into success.
100%.
This is what makes. And I think what the concept of self-made is a little bit centered into one person as opposed to a leader and their team. That's where I usually find it a little bit differences in terms of interpretation.
100%. I agree with you. And I always say to my team, I cannot do anything without you guys. I'm nobody without you guys. I depend on my team because me, myself, I can go back and work from one studio place, one studio clinic or my studio apartment, right? But to carry a business and a clinic, 100%, you need people. We need people, and people need to understand that. And in the beginning, during my journey of entrepreneurship, I did not understand that. I did not have the entrepreneurship background. I did not study business. So I thought it's me, but no. But then I understood that I need people. Without people, you're not going to go forward. So definitely, I agree with you on what you said.
So what was the idea behind Mari's Beauty and the clinic?
So what I want to do is I want to bring that, how can I call it, that Brazilian concept in here. In here, as everyone knows, Woman is very into beauty, very into aesthetics, but not in a natural way.
Okay.
Everything is very much overdone. The lips are overdone, Botox is overdone, everything is overdone. A lot of plastic surgeries, but I want to bring the Brazilian natural beauty. This is the concept behind
That
Mari
subtlety that
That's
comes.
subtle,
Yeah.
natural. You did something, but you didn't do. You cannot tell exactly what was done, you know. And of course, as well, the Brazilian warmth, how we receive people, how we have your guests in our clinic. We are very friendly. How are you? We check on them. We send follow-ups. So I believe this makes us stand out from the others. I believe no, I know, because this is what we hear every day. They tell us.
Is your clientele made up of mostly expats, or you have locals
It's
as
a
well?
very much mix. Okay. My own clients, my own patients, they are mostly 100% Emirati. But my clinic, it's very mixed. I have expats, I have internationals, I have Europeans, Italian, French, a lot of French we have as well. We have a lot of people from the UK. It's very mixed. And especially, it's amazing how people come to us and they say, you know what, I was in another place. I was sitting, waiting for my consultation, but I didn't feel it. And I just came here. And I love the energy, the vibe that I'm having here right now.
Yeah, there's something that really people talk about your place is that it has a different vibe, a different type of energy.
100%, they feel home.
Right.
And it was very difficult for me to transparent this to my team, for them to be like this as well. Everyone is very stiff, very, Dubai luxury.
Yeah.
Everyone is so serious.
Very proper.
Very proper.
Yes,
Very proper. And people, when they are going to do things for themselves, they want a more relaxed environment.
Right.
They don't want to feel like the people are watching them or they cannot do this and that. So this is how they feel. They say, I feel home. I want to just be here. I just want to sit in here and be here with you guys. It's nice.
Absolutely. And when you created this concept, I'm sure you had similar ideas out there that you were going to compete against. Mm-hmm. What do you think was the thing that you thought that you were going to invest on, and that would be the differential aspect of your, that would stand out from the rest of the competition out there, from the treatments that you provide or something? Why would they choose you as opposed to someone? What was that aha moment where you said, well, if I focus on that, perhaps I'll stand out and I'll be more successful?
There are two main things in my concept, which number one is the patient experience. From the moment of the first contact, how the call are received, how many minutes, how they're replying, how they're perceiving your questions, how they're understanding your needs. It starts from there, the patient experience to the end after sales. This is number one. Number two, the results. What are you delivering? Right? Because that's something I always say. I am running a business. We need to make revenue. We need to make money, right? But at the end of the day, you have to have ethics. You can only give something to your patient, to your client that they need. Something that's going to be beneficial for them. Something they're going to have results. And this is my two main goals. I want to make sure that every person that comes into Mari's clinic, we make a difference. We make sure they're going to get what, even beyond what they're looking for. Because you come for something, we're going to make sure to look on 360 and see what else you need, how else we can help you. So this is the difference between us and others, for sure.
Males and females?
Everyone is welcome to Mari's clinic, yes.
But what was that? How was that? Entry into the male beauty concept in the very, I would say, a very interesting world of the Middle East that basically has a lot of taboos in terms of beauty, especially for men. How was that for you?
It has changed so much. Thank God for that. It has changed. I have a lot of male patients. I'll say around 30 to 40% coming to the clinic.
That much, huh?
A lot of locals, by the way. They love taking care of themselves, even though they're not saying, but they do. They're very curious, and guess what? They know a lot of things. They're very educated. They already come. They want to know, what's this PRP? What's this one for the hair growth? I want the Botox. And even how you work, they say, oh, I love how the doctor worked today. She went tip by tip. They're very into it. They love it. And I think they're the best clients and the best patients. They're so easy to work with.
Amazing.
Yes.
And what are the treatments that mostly are done in Brazil that is not done here and vice versa? I mean, I know of a few things that, Brazilians love to do, but they're usually not more, they're not common to be done here. And you actually introduce this into the...
This is a very interesting question. I would say the Brazilian market, they're very open. They have, outside of the box, which
Right.
I love. And this is what I try to bring in here, right? So in here, if they present a protocol for you, they're going to only follow this protocol. In Brazil, they're going to use that protocol anywhere they want and however they want. They're going to test, they're going to try things. So for example, that is HIFU, the Altera technology.
Right.
And I see people in Brazil using a lot on body and even the scalp.
I see.
Yes, it's unbelievable. So here, what I'm doing, I'm implementing on the body treatments as well. This is something you don't see it, and this is something I am doing here as well.
Was it difficult to obtain the licensing and all the permits that is required for you to have this done in the UAE? And what's the process in general? I mean, a lot of people have these questions when they come to my social media, and they ask, how do I obtain a license? Or, I have this cosmetics licensing, say, in the U.S., and I want to leave the U.S. and come live in the UAE. What's the process for that?
6, 7, 8 years ago was difficult.
Okay.
There was not so much information out there. You go to one place, they say something. You go to another place, they say something else. But today is a completely different story. There is so much information out there. Everything, I believe, it's so easy. There are so many steps. There are many processes. There are too many licenses when it comes to a clinic.
Okay.
It's not just get one license. There are several licenses that I have to have a clinic running, operating legally in Dubai, okay, in UAE.
And especially in different areas as well. Like if you're in DIFC is one set of licenses, and if you're in
mainland and in free zone, it's completely different.
Okay.
I am in mainland.
All right.
We are in Jumeirah 1.
Okay.
So I have to have license for the facade, for the signage. I have to have approvals for the villa, for accident in the villa, for staff accident in the villa. If a patient falls in the villa, I have to have one for malpractice in case something goes wrong with the treatment. And then we have each professional's license as well. On top of that.
Yes.
It's just
There's a complexity.
Of things.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, but I believe today there's nothing so difficult about it. Everything is there. It's just too many things to be done, but I believe it's very easy nowadays, for sure.
How often do you feel the need to recycle and get, updated with your knowledge and the knowledge of your staff? And how difficult it is for you to get updated for
Constantly.
that? Constantly, right?
Every day.
Yeah.
I'm constantly studying. I have an addiction of buying courses and books. So you're going to always find
Hi,
me
I'm Maris. I have an addiction of buying courses.
Yes, I buy courses, a lot of courses. I have a list where I'm like, okay, I done this, but I still have 6 more to go through.
I see.
Yeah, so I had to block my timings, and I use every single time I have free to be learning. I'm showering, I'm doing my makeup, I'm doing my hair, I'm driving, I'm listening something that I'm learning, something useful for me or for my team. I love doing these meetings. I love to do the one-on-one with my team, and I love to do them together. And when I do that, I collect some information to understand where we are lacking, where they need help, and then I study. Then I gather myself, myself, me and I, and then I study about the problem we have or to find a solution for my team, and then I come to them with a solution. I'm always doing training. I'm always looking to improve. This is something I love doing, honestly, because it's for them and then the day. It's for my patients, and I know how much this always reflects in our work in the clinic on a daily basis.
And when you're doing the pricing structure, this is something that I always find fascinating in every entrepreneur, is when you're putting together the pricing structure for your services, when you calculate your margins and whatnot, different metrics are used for pricing in the United States or in Brazil or in Canada and Europe. What was the methodology that you used in order for you to be able to get to that right pricing structure with the proper margins to make your business sustainable and profitable on the long run, and be able to have a long running business, especially when beauty and aesthetics, it's such a competitive marketplace, and you have so many nuances that are quite unique to every treatment, and to maintain that luxury yet some sort of affordability as well, so you don't drive away everybody that wants to get your services.
100%. So basically, aesthetics and dermatology is one of the most expensive departments to have. It runs around 30 to 40% cost. Imagine.
Wow.
It's super high.
Yeah.
However, here there's something that they do it. All the accountants and finance people, when it comes to clinics, to aesthetics, they usually count 3 times the product. So if you got that filler for 600 dirhams, you count to 3 times, and then that's what you're going to charge to your patient.
I see.
I don't agree with that account, because many times that 3 times is not going to be able to cover your costs. So you're going to always end up with a cash flow issues.
I see.
So what I'm always talking to my finance is to the different calculation to add fixed cost, add all fixed costs we have, divide there. And then we put some, I forgot. That is fixed cost, and that is
Well, there's the operating cost. There's
the fixed cost and the cost that's always
the variable,
changing.
the variable cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're always adding this there to make sure you have a proper number. Because if you only do that 3 times, you might be missing out. So you're gonna be like, I'm making money, but I am not seeing the money. This is what happens. So this is one of the points where you really need to keep attention. I do mentorship as well, and this is something I'm key on point to talk about with people. You need to make sure that your pricing it's properly done. Otherwise, it can be a very big problem for you.
Yeah, because cash flow is not necessarily an indicative of your actual profitability, right? It's so you basically have that ups and downs of your
coming in and out,
plus
coming in and out.
Seasonality. And speaking about seasonality, which is very important, especially here in Dubai, is during the summertime, a lot of people leave. Yes. And how do you manage with the?
I'll tell you a secret.
Because people like, I'm not doing anything during the summer because everybody.
People just travel, they just go away.
They just go to Europe, right? Because that's something unique about Dubai, right? Most people just go from like late June all the way to mid-October, if you will. They just out in Europe, right? Yes. That's pretty much what it is, right?
Europe is so hot as well.
Yes.
So I never get it.
I don't get it either.
It's
right?
so hot out there.
Yeah.
At some point I went to Greece and I was like, okay, this is hotter as Dubai.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
but
they have the ocean. They have
there's a different environment.
The Mediterranean Sea.
Exactly. So what happens
so.
every year is a disaster, literally. Doesn't matter how much you plan, how much you fix your cash flow. It's always a plan. There are always some surprises happening. But this year, very surprisingly for us, it was our best months. It was during the summer.
Wow. Amazing.
It was incredible.
Well, how'd you plan that? Was it by by chance, or did you actually plan for that?
So basically, I changed some strategy that we were having. Instead, we are always making the monthly offers.
Okay.
So this time I was but it was by chance. I changed it by chance. I was like, now I want to do like that. Okay, let's see how it's gonna work.
Yeah, Instagram actually grabbed me on that one as well because I saw the advert. I wasn't following you then. I saw the advert and it came across my feed. I'm like, okay, let me take a look at this. And And then
That's amazing.
I was like, okay.
My ad is working.
The ad is
High
working.
five to the marketing guys.
Yes. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
very true. Yeah.
That's nice. So basically, this year was a year where we had June, July, August. Was really, wow! It surpassed even the good months. It was
Excellent.
really amazing. Yeah, but it's always a very tricky month. It's a month to be worried about for sure.
Why did you choose Dubai?
Dubai chose me.
It chose you.
It chose me. Yeah.
Explain that.
That's something I say. So when I was young, when I was in Brazil, you see this the soap opera from Jade. And
Oh, the soap opera, Jade. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
O Clone.
The clone,
Yeah,
yes.
so I used to dance in front of the TV and things. I'm like, one day I'll be somewhere like that. And then when I was real estate, of course, everyone in Brazil, in São Paulo, is talking about Dubai. And so I already had my eyes to it. But I came here for holidays. So I came for holidays, literally, and it became a story. I'm still here. I never went back. So I always say Dubai chose me. When I came here, I was...
Did you speak English by the time you...
I speak English, yes. Not like today, but I do speak English. And I was like, what is this place? This place is amazing. Every day is a bit... Well, I was a bit fooled because I came in January. Okay. So the weather was perfect. It was the best weather. The sky was blue. And I was like, what's this place?
Oh, this is a paradise.
It's a paradise. I call my mom, in here, it's a beautiful day every day. The sky is blue every day. And then I just decided to make... some things happened on the way. I met a lot of people and then... I just stayed.
And then the summer came,
I'm
and
like,
then
what happened to the blue sky? What happened to the weather?
and then the sandstorms came, and then it's like
100%, yes. This year was not so many sandstorms, by the way. Which is great. Yes, thankfully. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, was it a requirement for you to learn Arabic? Did you have to learn Arabic in order for you to be able to work here, or no?
Not really. No? I did not. I did went to school to learn Arabic because I'm a very curious person. As I told you before, I love learning and studying. But I cannot speak Arabic. I reached to a point where I was reading and writing.
Oh, nice.
Yes. But then if you don't practice, as any other language, you lose it.
But here in Dubai, everybody speaks English.
Everybody speaks English. That's what I'm saying. Everybody speaks English. And the end, it's very hard for you, even if you want to learn it, to actually put in practice.
So
but
I think the locals purposely try to make sure that we don't speak Arabic so that they keep their secret language.
Of course, for sure. But in here, everyone speaks English. So it was not something.
I find Emiratis to be extremely welcoming.
They're amazing.
I think that we are very privileged to be part of this community that they allow us to be their guests. And I think that, did you have the same experience as I did?
100%. Yeah? My clients, my Emirati clients, they are amazing. They're one of the best things ever. They're so sweet. They're super kind. And on top of everything, they're very generous.
They're very generous, yes, they are.
And whatever you need help with, they are there for you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about generous only with money. They're very generous with their time.
With their time.
With their friendship as well,
with their friendship.
Yes.
So I have friends that they will do... they'll stop whatever they're doing to come and just be with you and help you out with... I'm not talking about finance. No, not at all. I'm talking about person to person.
Being there with their time.
Being there.
Yeah.
If I tell a client, I need help to find some influencers, Emirati influencers. They sit, they make a list for me.
They go like, Habibti, don't worry, I'm going to get They start sending their WhatsApp numbers of everybody.
And by the way, another thing they do, once they come to your clinic, to your business, they'll bring everyone else with you.
Yes. They bring all their friends, their family. They bring everybody. If they like your service, they like what you do, they bring everybody.
Yes. This is amazing about them.
And
how they support us.
And I find that to be the case, at least in my business, I find that to be the case with a lot of communities itself, right? When people are influential in their communities, they bring their friends. And I found that to be the case here in Dubai, especially with the Ukrainian and Russian community, that if they like your service, all of a sudden you start seeing a tremendous influx of people coming in from these communities that you didn't do business before with, and wow, this is happening. Which brings me to my next question is, do you get a lot of Brazilians coming to your clinic.
A lot of Brazilians, yes.
It's a huge Brazilian community here,
It's
isn't it?
huge.
Yes.
Some people doesn't know that.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are here. We're present. We're proud.
And they're waiting for you guys.
Yeah. But we can have. Can we have feijoada here? People always ask, can we have feijoada here?
We can have feijoada. We have
Yeah.
feijoada.
Yes, of course they can. And obviously there's plenty of meat for
Coxinha.
barbecue. Coxinha. People are like, coxinha, quero uma coxinha, meu pastel.
Pão de queijo. But by the way, even the gringos,
They
the
love it.
locals, they like, coxinha,
Guaraná.
açaí, guaraná.
Yeah, they like guaraná, they like
Yes.
açaí, right?
Yes, they love it.
And I was actually, telling the story of, people don't know that like Oakberry is founded by a Brazilian guy. So, and I usually tell this story of entrepreneurship of the owner of Oakberry and founder, and basically when I explained to them, I said, well, we thought that Oakberry meant açaí in English. It's no, it's a brand. Açaí is açaí.
So people are thinking that that's so funny.
It's so funny when I say it. But in terms of the talent, when you recruit talent, do you recruit mostly Brazilians to help you with the or do you actually recruit from everywhere?
I recruit from everywhere. I try to bring more Brazilians. It was a bit challenging for the mindset a little bit, but I hire from everyone. My team is
But
very
it was easy
mixed.
to get a visa for them.
Yeah, 100%.
Seven days, right?
No, there is no. It is very easy. They come in, we collect their documents, we just process their residence visa. 7 days, 10 days top max. It's done. It's there.
Very easy.
Yeah,
But the
100%.
mindset was the issue. What was the
Yeah.
mindset problem that you found when you were bringing expatriates from Brazil that it was different than yours? That you were dead gung ho, very dead set on making it work here, and a lot of people that you brought didn't work out. Why was that?
Because I think people have to work through their way. When they are giving opportunities, some people, okay, of course, some people you give it the opportunity, they grab it, right? If you have to have the hunger. I have the hunger.
They
I'm
were not
always
hungry, yeah.
They're not hungry enough. So imagine you're signing tickets, hotel, staying, this and that, and when they come, okay, you have patience. Oh, I have too many patience. Oh, I'm sitting. Nothing was good enough. It was a pattern. It happened many times. I still have Brazilian staffs working with me in the clinic. Thank God, they're amazing. Yes, hardworking people just like me. I think it's not only about nationality, to be very honest. I think it's about a mindset overall. It's how much you want to achieve, what you want to be, what's your plans for your life. I believe it's that. It's not something specific for nationality. I think it's overall like that.
I had the same problem, and then I created a visitor program. People come in, they spend 4 weeks in my firm, and they basically, if they like it, we can ask them to stay. If they don't like it,
Very nice idea.
they can just leave. They can
Very
be a
nice
visitor.
idea.
In your case, can be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, doesn't matter. I mean, they can come to Dubai, live this style. It's on their own cost, We basically host them. They spend a few weeks.
It's a very nice idea, but I'll tell you from my experience. 6 years where I am work as an entrepreneur, as a gestor. I am in the clinic. I'm with people every day. What I noticed that it take around 3 to 4 months for you to actually see someone's performance.
Oh, undoubtedly.
It's 3 to 4 months. Before 3 months, you cannot see yet. It's exactly 3 to 4. This is the point where you see who this person is.
It's that breaking. Yes,
It's like their masks fall.
absolutely.
know?
And the reason why I say in my case it's 4 weeks is because usually people just they take 30 days out of their whatever they're doing, and especially when they're coming from Brazil,
Yes.
and they want, or some other country, they are coming just to basically have a trainee program. And usually people think that, the first 2 weeks are all like, honeymoon. And but then the latter 2 weeks, I really drill into them to make sure that they can actually stand it. Because especially if you're working in America and especially here in Dubai as well, if you're working, you need to work. You need to show results, right? I'm a very results-driven individual. But what happens very often when you say that, a 3 to 4 month, period, is that they cannot give me that 3 months, because they're the ones paying for this program, right?
Of course.
It's on their own, right? They want to have the experience, so we'll bring in.
That's make a difference for sure.
Yes, because if you're paying, that's the pain. That's the reason why you're just showing the results. If you are paying, the pain is not on them; it's on you.
Of course, you're feeling the pocket.
Yes, but if they are the ones paying from their own pocket to have a hands-on trainee work experience in your clinic, and in my case, in my firm, then in that case, they need to really be able to see.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so that way you kind of, first of all, then you weed out people who are really interested.
100%.
And people who are not interested at all, just trying to get a job. Like so a lot of people, I just want to
get a paycheck.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Then that's how you weed them out.
Yes.
Because the dedication is not there. They don't want to learn. They don't want to have the experience. And a lot of times I tell people this. People are like, I want to go live in Orlando. I want to go live in Florida, blah, blah. And I tell them, is Florida going to pay you what you really deserve? Is, I would love to live in Paris. And I say, beautiful. But are the opportunities there in your field, in where in your expertise? Are they going to pay you what you deserve? Because if an opportunity is there and you want to make a career for yourself, the opportunity is in Alaska or in Manitoba, Canada, you go.
100%.
You go where you be. You make the sacrifice, spend the 3 years, make a lot of cash, get the experience, get everything that you can get, soak it in, and then you have every cards in your hands to be able to negotiate an excellent package for yourself elsewhere, somewhere on the planet that you actually want to live. Because if you're in the beginning or the middle of your career, you have no choice. You have to go where your talent is needed.
100%.
And right now in Dubai,
there's a lot of talents being needed here. A lot of talents needed, and they're paying. 100%.
Yeah, some salaries are really good, some salaries are medium, but I don't see anybody starving here, to be honest with you.
Yes, that's true. I always tell people, like for marketing, for example, in Brazil, I was like, the marketing here, it's weak. We need good marketing here. If they come from Brazil, I think Brazilians are amazing. I think they're genius when it comes to marketing, social media, and it lacks that in here because I suffer with that. I suffer, for example, with paid ads.
Yes.
How many companies I jumped into it? How many people I worked with? And I think the Brazilians are genius. So I think there is space and opportunity for everyone in here.
Yeah, I saw some agencies here. They actually offer some services, but then the quality is not there. And I think that like the professionals from, I like the Brazilians, I like the Argentinians. The Argentinians are absolutely great as well when it comes to social media. They have a lot of interesting ideas because very similar to Brazil.
Nice.
And believe it or not, in that context of the general social media and the marketing side as well, we have a lot of creative, Latinos, Mexican, Venezuelans, and they're really, really amazing in what they do. So yeah, I usually hire from countries where, especially when you need creativity, I hire from countries and talents
100%.
like that.
100%. It's needed in here.
So what are the ethnicities you have there in your clinic?
Sorry, what did you ask?
Ethnicities.
Okay, Brazilians.
Of course, yes.
Of course. We have Bulgarian.
Bulgarians,
yes.
Nice. Okay.
We do have Egyptians, Sudanese, Iranian, Indians, We have as well Spanish. Yes, so there's other nationalities we have
So,
in Mari's clinic.
So it's like a United Nations there.
Yes, United Nations there. All languages you can come in, we can speak too.
It is a unique experience you're going through, and the transformation of your life from Brazil to the UAE. Do you plan to expand your business in other places around the world? And what's next for you? Is an IPO in the plan for you?
What's next for me?
Yeah.
So of course I have plans to expand Mari's clinics, not only outside Dubai but inside of Dubai as well. We want to go to another location, a bigger villa.
Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Everyone asks me. I have a lot of patients in Abu Dhabi. They say, Mari, why don't you come to Abu Dhabi? I tell them, easy.
In due time.
Eventually, in due time, exactly. Riyadh.
Riyadh.
It's a huge, amazing, beautiful market.
Yeah, Saudi is really up and coming right now, especially with all the projects and neon projects out there.
I have clients. I have Saudi clients work on neon projects.
Oh, so
it's
amazing.
It's amazing. And they come from the airport to my clinic and they go back.
Like that.
Just to come to us. It's amazing, honestly.
Has anyone ever flown you to get a treatment from you somewhere? How was that?
Times. Several times.
How was that?
It's really nice. It makes me feel really proud of everything I've done and where I achieved. For someone to fly and just to see you,
but actually fly you to go see them.
Yes. I went to Riyadh.
To Saudi.
Yes, to Saudi, and I had someone wanting me to go to New York. She's a rapper. She's a singer. But at the time, it didn't work. But yes, I was invited to go there to do her eyebrows.
I think we should expand this empire to other places around the world.
100%, definitely. And now I'm starting as well my mentorship for entrepreneurs. But my goal is mostly working with Brazilians. So we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, processes, culture, training, finance, marketing,
cosmetics lines,
everything related to cosmetics, to clinics, to aesthetics.
And is an IPO a possibility for Maris in the future?
100%. It's a big dream. Of course.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us here in Surpassing Borders. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you
for our
for
podcast.
having me. It was amazing. I had so much fun here today. Thank you.